Hello everyone, welcome to another class of management accounting where we have started cash flow statement, or we are dealing with the cash flow statement. Okay, how to prepare. Last three classes I have discussed the main headings of cash flow statement, that is the main three activities, and how which and all items will comes under those headings. And then in the last two classes I have discussed that how to prepare cash flow from operating activity under your indirect method. And then in the last class I have even discussed that how to, not discuss means that I have prepared, okay, definitely you have seen that how to prepare your cash flow statement where all the three main activities will be involved. Okay, so in cash flow statement mainly we have to check out which is source and which is application, and most important to that again, okay, after that actually most important thing is which item, which source and application will comes under which activity, whether it is a operating activity, whether it is a investing activities, or whether it is a financing activities. So today I have taken this question from your old question paper, okay, where we had this question and it was directed in the question only that prepare cash flow statement according with the your accounting standard 3 using direct method, so in this solution I am going to use the direct method. And please, again I am repeating for you that please keep remember, direct and indirect method will only affect the calculation pattern of your cash flow from operating activities. Okay, cash flow from operating activities, your remaining two activities are not going to get change. The patterns for those two same patterns will be there, just you have to find out which will come there, which all items are under investing and which all items under financing activities. Only the way of calculating the cash flow from operating activity will get changed under the direct and indirect method. So today we'll learn with the direct method. That means we have to find out the operating expenses, okay, like because we hopefully you know very well, okay, operating expenses which are related to your selling, general and administrative expenses, okay, and definitely it impact the profitability of business. Okay, so what we are actually receiving from the our main core regular production things, okay, activity, that is operating activities, what we are selling, and from that what we are getting, in that definitely what we are getting after the sale, in that we have to deduct our operating expenses to calculate the cash flow from operating activities. So we'll check the question, because always the answer in the question only, or the way to solve the things are also with the question. So we are having here a cash account summary, okay, where we have in the receipt side opening balance of cash. So till now you know very well opening balance of cash and closing balance of cash we use in cash flow statement at the end just to cross check our net increase or decrease in cash. So just leave this item. And then next we have to sale of fixed asset. So sale of fixed asset, and fixed asset, okay, transaction related to fixed asset which is affecting your cash balance, always the part of cash flow from investing activities. Okay, so it is a sales, it will be a source. Clear? Now the next we have receipt from customer. So you have sold your products and you have received the payment from the customers, so this is directly from your operating activities. Okay, so this is your source. Next we have issues of equity shares. So if you have issued the equity shares, definitely in the normal terms you are going to receive the cash, and this is a part of what? This is a part of financing activities, because we have learned earlier also any transaction related to owner's equity and capital things, okay, or long-term borrowings, fine. Because of that, if your balance of cash is changing, then those all will be the part of your financing activities. So receipt side, I hope it is clear. Now coming to your payment side, payment to creditors. So you are doing the payment to creditors directly related with your operating activities and payments, so it is going to be the application, we have to use it as a operating expense. Next we have a purchase of fixed asset, again the fixed asset, so it is a part of investing activities and we are purchasing, that means cash is going outside, so it is a application. Then we have a overhead expenses, so this is again another item of your operating expense. Then we have a wages and salary, again the item of your operating expense. Then we have a tax paid, so we know very well while calculating the cash flow from operating activities, after all the adjustment at the end, if we have the information about the tax paid, we need to deduct it. Okay, then we have a by dividend, so payment side, so that means we are doing the payment of dividend, and dividend is somewhere again related to your capital and owners equity, so this will be a part of your financing activity. Okay, then next we have bank loan paid, so again bank loan again related to your finance only, so this is again the under the heading of cash flow from financing activities, and this is the closing balance. We know very well at the end how to use it. So this is all details of your question, and till now I believe you know very well which item will come under which heading. So when we know which item will come under which heading, so let's start the solution. Okay, solving it. So solution, if we are going, then as usual 3 columns. Okay, particulars, and then inner column of amount and outer column of amount. Fine. Very first we need to calculate cash flow from operating activities, and as I told, we are going here for direct method. So as per the information from the operating activities, main source of the cash was receipt from customer, which was 17,50,000. So writing in a outer column of amount, and now in this we need to deduct the various operating expenses, that is your payment to creditors, overhead expenses, wages and salary. So if you are going to add these three and writing in outer column, it will be 14,37,500, and then we need to deduct tax paid also. We had the tax paid in the question, so we need to deduct it also. So writing the tax paid amount, that is 1,56,250. So 17,50,000 minus 14,37,500, and then minus 1,56,250. So we are going to get the final amount as a 1,56,250, which will be our cash flow from operating activities. Clear? It is our cash flow from operating activities. Now we have to move to the second one, that is cash flow from investing activities. So investing activities, which used to cover your fixed asset transactions, or which used to cover your investment transactions. Fine. So we had in this question only two items. One was your sale of fixed assets, so it is a source, so I have written 62,500 a positive one. And then we had the purchase of fixed asset, which is application, so I have written it in a within bracket 1,25,000, and making the final plus minus of these two, we'll get in a outer column in minus, definitely this much mathematics everybody know, in negative terms 62,500. So that is your cash outflow actually. Okay, cash outflow from your investing activities. Okay, then next we have third main heading, cash flow from financing activities. So we have checked which and all item will come here. So very first item is your issue of share capital, so that is your source of cash, and then dividend paid, that is your application of cash. See, whatever amount is written in a bracket, it shows the application. Okay, then we have a bank loan paid, we are paying, so that is again the application. Okay, and then finally calculating these all, so we'll have in the outer column very nicely here 31,250, that is again the negative one. Fine. So finally we have to, after this we have to go for the three amounts adjustment. 1,56,250 cash flow from operating activities, then 62,500 cash outflow, okay, not inflow, outflow from investing activities, and then again 31,250 cash outflow from financing activities. So when you are going to do the plus minus of these three items, you are going to receive the final amount as a net. You can say the net increase it is, because we are receiving the positive amount. So net increase in the cash is your 62,500. Okay, And in this we need to add back our opening balance of cash, that is 31,250, and make sure we are going to receive the closing balance of cash, that is 93,750. Clear? So these are your way how you can go for the direct method to calculate cash flow from operating activities. So for the day, this much. Try to go with this, try to solve it once and twice, and if you're not getting, definitely I'm here for you. You can ask me if any doubt related to subject and the question answers. Okay, so thank you, have a nice day, enjoy.